You're looking at right now is the artifact for number 18, which is design a digital environment, as well as some others, but we're going to start with this. This is a course that we use, especially for our new teachers in learning how to use the Canvas learning management system. Canvas has been purchased for all teachers throughout the state of Utah, and we wanted a course that they could go through and learn how to use this. And so let's go over how we design the digital environment. So this is set up kind of like in the karate belt tiered system, where they started as a white belt and they end up as a black belt. As they move through the modules, you can see that in module 1 they have to complete all the items in this one, and then at the end what they do is they reflect on how they're going to use Canvas. In module number 2, you can see we have a prerequisite. They have to do module number 1 to get to module number 2. They complete all the items, and then they add the reflection. Now, it's set up that they can do these out of order after they do number 1. So they can do 2, then they could do 4, then they could do 6, then they could do 3, then they could do 5. It's really up to them. They do have to do all of those just in whatever order they want. And then for them to do the final module, number 7, they have to have completed all the modules above that. And we've added lots of help for them, like tutorials and how things are set up in Canvas. What is, you can see here, what is the calendar? It includes videos and screencasts and some do's and don'ts. So we really wanted to give them a good example on how they could set up their own course by taking our course. Now, the next one that this covers is number 20, which is manage the use of technology in a non-traditional setting. And I can't think of anything more non-traditional than an online course that's a MOOC. So all of my students are actually teachers, so they can work on this and go at whatever pace they need to. The nice thing is, as they go through the module view, there's going to be a next button at the bottom of every page, and if they need to go back, they can hit the previous button. So they really work at their own pace. They can do this at midnight in their pajamas. That's one of the things that's great about Massive Open Online Course. There's no due dates. They just finish this and work on it at their own time. The next piece that we're going to look at is number 21, and this is the design process. And in the end, what a teacher will do is create their own course. And we're going to go to the final assignment here, and you can see they've got to create a screencast. They're going to give me a tour of their course. They also turn in a final reflection on how they're going to use Canvas, and then we have a rubric here to guide them along. And one of the things that I think is key with design is that they have to explain things. So not only do we require them to have some modules and assignments and discussions and quizzes, but I want to know why they built their homepage the way they did. Why did they set up the navigation menu the way they did? That really lets me in to see their design process and their design thinking, as well as help them to come up with that themselves. And then finally, number 25 is provide opportunities for students to reflect using their own data. And you saw that at the end of each module, there is a reflection. And with the reflection, they can also see how other teachers have answered this as well. So not only do they get their own data, but they also get to see what other teachers and how they're going to use this. And then finally, in the end, when they turn in their course, they're going to submit their final reflection on how they plan on using Canvas. And you can see we've got a lot of reflecting going on here. So you can see the digital environment that's been created here. You can see the opportunities for students to use the design process, that they have opportunities to reflect, and that this is me managing this in a non-traditional setting or in a MOOC. So there you go.